Hey guys, welcome to Copper State Adventures. Here we are at the General Spings Cabin here in the background. We are going to go ahead and start doing the cabin loop trail today. Here's our General Spings Cabin. Looks like the door fell off. So I've backpacked this several times. I have always gone counterclockwise, and because of this road. I don't like to do the road walks on Sunday on the way out. So I start with the road walk on day one, get it over with, and then I don't have to deal with the road anymore. So that's why I choose to go counterclockwise, starting from General Springs. Obviously, started at somewhere else, you could consider going clockwise. All right, so from General Springs, I've just made it to Forest Road 300. That was, 6 minutes, 0.3 of a mile. This intersection is pretty big because going down here, you end up at the railroad tunnel and Washington Park trailhead. Over here, you can see the Arizona Trail sign. Going the direction we just came is also part of the Arizona Trail, and we'll hit that on Sunday on the way out. So we're going to go ahead, and there's the monument for the Big Dry Wash. We're going to head through here. This trail is the Cabin Loop Trail. It's marked by these little chevron indicators, and this trail runs parallel to the road. The first time I did it, I didn't know about that little section of trail, and I walked along the road. Once I found this out, it made it a little more pleasant. Not a fan of the road walks. Not sure many people are. But yeah, we're gonna go ahead and continue on the chevron marked trail. You can see it kind of joins back up with the road for some time. What are we? We're only 3/4 of a mile in and a little bit of road walking. I think it'll take us back onto a trail here in a bit. But in the meantime, we'll just walk Forest Road 300. That didn't last long at all. Maybe 3 more steps after I shut the camera off, I saw where it crossed right over to the right side. Forest Road 300, and now we're back on the chevron marked trail, Cabin Loop Trail. So while we have a bit of a flat spot here, let's talk about a little trail data. So the Cabin Loop Trail, about 25 miles of a loop. I've cut it short before with the Houston Brothers Trail running right up the middle. That shortens it to about 18, 19. I decided to do the whole thing this time. I got the time to do it. It is early November. What is it? November 8th, 2025. I don't have a lot of water data. I'm going to try to get to Pinchot Cabin tonight is the goal. That should be about 18 miles total for the day. And definitely water there. I'm only carrying 2 liters. Stretching it a little thin. I think I can rely on Dane Springs. But otherwise, I'm gambling on 2 liters to get me to Pinchot Cabin. And last night, so originally I was going to come up Friday night, which I did. And then I was going to just camp out, which I did. And then I was going to do the 18-mile loop like I talked about. Just trail run it, come back to the car, camp again, and just reset that way. But as I was packing, I packed all the backpacking stuff in case I had a change of heart. And sure enough, I just wanted the little slower, relaxed pace of the weekend, just to backpack it out. I've done a lot of running this season, and I just wanted to slow it down a bit. So I whipped up my steaks this morning. I had a steak, and now I'm on the trail. So kind of allowed me some flexibility with packing. I do have the trail running vest in the car if I wanted to, but this will be good. We're gonna keep going. You can see the trail, the chevron marking the trail, and then you can see the road over here on the right. So we're running parallel to it. I mean, I guess that first mile you were kind of winding back and forth through the hills, so you couldn't see the road so much. But I mean, you can see pretty clearly here. You're walking pretty adjacent to that road. So just, I don't know. So I stopped back there a little bit ago and shut off my mid layer, just warm it up a little bit. Still lovely out here. It's peaceful. I've only seen 2 cars on that road, and it's nice, enjoyable day walk. This was a little bit of a bear to walk through. After that pile of trees there, it started getting pretty bad. I lost the chevron marking, so I just jumped on the road, and I'm gonna keep an eye out for it. Like I said, the first couple of times I've done this loop, I walked the road the whole time, so no issues there. I was trying to follow it with fidelity, but now we're going up this hill right here. Not too steep, but definitely going uphill right here. So far, we're about an hour in and almost 3 miles. I guess 2.5. I've only seen just this guy right over here. Looks like he was glassing for some deer. And just as I was parking at General Spings, a couple showed up. Looked like they might be camping. Maybe we'll see them later. But yeah. So it looks like back there, I lost the trail because it's supposed to drop me off on that road. Walking along the road, I've been looking, and here we found the chevron marks. So I think that was the intention of the trail. So I'm gonna say I didn't lose it. I was following it. It dropped me off on the road, and we're gonna continue on. So here we are. We're about to hit Houston Brothers Trail. If we follow just this, it's 7 miles to Pinchot Cabin. But if we go up about 1.5 miles, we'll hit Barbershop Trail, which is what adds that extra distance on the Cabin Loop Trail. So I've usually done the Houston Brothers straight to Pinchot, So this barbershop trail will be new to me. So yeah, we're going to go ahead and head up the trail. Here is the Forest Road 300. Car just passed me. So yeah, that was nice. A nice 4-mile road walk. Well, not road walk, but adjacent to the road, and yeah, very peaceful. So I've counted a lot of trees that are down. I'll give you that final count at the end. I think I'm over 40 trees already, so about 10 per mile. A lot of trees down. So those reviews talking about trees being down, they're legit. I was really hoping to see some fall colors. It looks like most of those leaves have fallen. So it's been nice to kind of walk on those and crunch them as I walk. But yeah. So I'm not too far from the barbershop Fred Hot fork in the trail, and here's a little bit of water. I think I'm okay. I'm gonna keep going to Dane Springs, about 6 miles away. I still have about 1.5 liters of water, so I'm not drinking too much, but I should probably pick up the pace with that. All right, we made it to the junction of Houston Brothers Trail. It goes this way. That would take us to Pinchot Cabin in about 4 or 5 miles. Going this way would be the barbershop trail. So that's the trail that we're gonna take. I'm gonna take a bit of a break here. So to this junction, I'm about a little over 6 miles in, 2 hours and 15 minutes. So about 20 minutes a mile, not too bad. So take a break here, and then we're gonna keep on going to Dane Spring to get some water. All right, we're about 8.5 miles in. There's this beautiful little meadowy area here. Feeling pretty good. So there's a trail marker over there. So yeah, I'm doing pretty good, making good time. About 3 hours in, 8.5 miles. So yeah, just a lovely day outside. Perfect weather. I think the high today is going to be 65. It was 40 degrees last night. So looking forward to similar temperatures today. No rain in the forecast. Bright blue skies. Just perfect. Just absolutely perfect. The Cabin Loop Trail. We started here at General Springs, did this
General Crook Trail, which is part of the Cabin Loop Trail system. And then we found the Fred Hot Trail. Came up here, forked off to Barbershop. This is the new part for me. It says we are here right now. We're forking off now to the U-Bar Trail. And then we're going to stop right here at Dane Springs in about 1.5 miles. And then keep on going up and around to Pinchot. We'll camp here that's tonight. And then I'm going to keep going up and through Fred Hot to the Arizona Trail and back here. So this will be where we're at. Alright, so we have a cabin right here, an old remnants, and then as we come this way, here is our spring. This is Dane Spring. I'm going to set up over here and top off some water, take a little break. Let's see, I'm 12 miles in. Just got a couple more miles to go to camp and we'll be good.
So my water pump's in this bag with some electrolytes, but yeah, these are the only 2 bottles I brought. So 12 miles in, I only drank 1 liter, so I definitely need to be doing more, but not as hot, obviously in November. So I'm gonna probably drink this whole thing sitting here and then top these off and head over to Pinchot. So, I mean, I only drank half a bottle of water there. I just feeling okay. We only have 5, 6, 6, 7 miles till we get to Pinchot Cabin, and I think I'm going to be just fine with these 2 liters. I filled this one up with some liquid IV, so getting some electrolytes, I'm going to be just fine. Hotter months, I mean, I will go through water like no one's business, but I feel fine. My pee's fine. So I'm not going to overdo it with the water. I'm at mile 13 and a half, and as I'm coming down here, there's this really nice camping spot right there in the grass. There's like this meadowy area up this hill. Looks like we'll walk right through it. Check this out. So fire pit trail comes right through it though. Grassy area, shady. Exposure in the afternoon, and then there's water still down here. So that's where I just came from, right over here. So if you need to stop at 13 and a half, pretty good spot right here. All right, so after after seeing that water back there, and then the U.S. Forest Service 1920 thing, it was a climb out of that creek, and I've just been grinding since then. We're at 16 and a half, so about a mile out from Pinchot Cabin. We're going counterclockwise, and a little bit of a road walk now, a dirt road, so I'm not sure, obviously the dirt road, but yeah, we're about to turn up here. A lot of forest. Let me turn this around. Looks like a lot of forest cutting up here. There's a water tank. Yeah, I'm not sure what this is all about. Let's take a look. Oh yeah, so just don't damage stuff. Yeah, water tank probably empty, but there's something. So. Right around this bend is going to be the cabin, but I always crack up at these gates. So I've taken so many videos of those. Just a gate, nothing around it. This one actually still functions, so that's cool. But beautiful ponderosa trees with that nice Arizona blue sky. Turning this bend right here, and we should see the cabin. Again, I've never come down from this way, but it should just be right here. So we'll see how many people are there and set up a camp. Start chilling for the evening. All right, so if I pause it, it'll go away. But real quickly, let's take a look. A little over 18 miles, just under 7 hours. So not too bad. I've been moving, not too many breaks. So maybe plan for a little longer. I think it's about 3:30 right now. So great day.
So I got the I got the tent set up, got everything put in there, ready for bed. Got things drying, ready to go for putting on warm gear, things laid out, ready to go. And then this fire pit is an issue. The ash is filled way up. So I've been sitting here as I've been kind of changing socks and things and thinking about this. I was gonna start digging out all this ash, but I really don't want to do that. And I look over here and I see this rock and it's just destroyed. So I'm going to use those rock pieces and I'm going to start bringing them over here and just building up this fire pit higher. Got a fire going now. Went up a little bit with those walls. Spent a lot of time gathering some wood. Got that fire going, filled up a bottle full of water. About 4:45, gonna start making dinner, and sun's supposed to set here at 5:30, 5:25. So
All right, morning guys. Back to day 2. We have 6.7 miles to get out. 6.7. I can't feel my fingers. It's really cold. I'm going to cut this video short, but this part of it. Just packed up camp real quick. I don't usually eat breakfast, so just some instant coffee, cold instant coffee today, and a bar, and that'll get me out. So here's the cabin as we're walking out. Doesn't look like anyone came out and camped with us last night. There's the cabin, and then I guess I could have taken this spot, but some people, like I said, they did come towards the evening to like an evening hike, so they were checking out the cabin, so I liked my spot. My hands are too cold for this, guys. All right. So less than a mile after leaving Pinchot Cabin, again, just going counterclockwise. I think this is always a cool feature of the trail. You hike along this road. And this road is closed, and you'd never guess why. So I'm gonna go a little bit longer. It's a really sharp U-turn, it says. We're on the trail. It comes up along here. And as you pass these little barricades. Absolutely beautiful back here. I've never seen anyone back here. You can kind of see why. The road's over here, and over here, there's no road right here. So it must have washed out years ago. I've never seen it as a road. So I don't know what year that happened in, if anyone knows. But yeah, I mean, the road's just gone. You see the culvert failed. It's a huge culvert. We'll go down there here now. The trail does take you down this way. You can no problem doing it by foot. Go down and back up. So let's do it. And now we're at the bottom. Actually, this is some running water. But yeah, the road's just gone. A little bit of a spring here. And then go right up that. And then on the other side, there's some barricades too. So I just stopped back there and shed some layers. Been about 2 miles of hiking. I pushed it a little bit, getting really sweaty, and finally decided to stop and take off the puffy and the beanie. So we'll see how long I go before I take off this mid layer, but these are going great. It's beautiful out here. They are doing a lot of logging out here, so So I've seen a lot of logging piles and many trees with markers for cutting and stuff. But it feels like that's far and few between. But when you go through that area, those areas, it is quite obvious that they're working in those areas. So just heads up. Looks like Fred Hot Cabin is half a mile up that way. I'm not going to go to that. I'm going to stick to the plan of the trail and continue on. Hey guys, just checking in. What are we at? Just about mile 22, and kind of coming to the end here, and it's always bittersweet. Kind of had this peaceful weekend in solitude. And as you get closer to the car, you remember you have to do the drive back to the valley, society, responsibilities, traffic, work. And I'm gonna not think about that for another couple miles. But just ran into a lady back there, Mickey. Hey Mickey, if you find this. She said Mickey, like Mickey Mouse. We were talking for a bit. She's going clockwise on the loop, and she was looking for some water beta. And so I gave her some data on the water, and she was really concerned about the animals, and it was kind of had me thinking about wildlife. And I have seen really nothing out here. No bears, no elk, no deer. I've seen quite a few blue jays, which is cool. Probably, 3, 4 blue jays, a bunch of squirrel, and some chipmunk. So we were chatting for a bit about hiking, and that's always a joy. Find someone else that's passionate about what you are, and it's always nice. So I don't know, guys, this is a beautiful trail in solitude, and especially this time of year when it's cold. Not many folks are out willing to do this, so get out there, do hard things, and it's always a great reset. I think there's a lot of power in doing those hard things that maybe don't want to. I didn't want to get up out of my sleeping bag this morning. It was too cold, but I'm glad I did, and getting out here, seeing the forest kind of come to life. Squirrel were kind of sleeping in this morning too, and now they're running up and down the trees, and the birds are starting to chirp, but otherwise I'm the only noisy person making noise, so let's put an end to that and enjoy the rest. If you look real close here, that's ice. That's ice. All right. And there is the cabin, and my car will be to the right. And we have completed the Cabin Loop Trail. Looks like, I stopped the clock last night, so about 9 hours, 15 minutes, about just under 25 miles. And it looks like 3,600 feet of elevation gain. So overall, just a wonderful trip. And that's gonna do it for me. This trip. Here's the General Spings Cabin. I'm at the car. Thanks again for joining me. Again, my name is Greg with Copper State Adventures. Y'all take care now. Bye.